Hello everyone, here's Yuchen Lee. Today I'm going to review a classic movie like Stars on Earth, the story about Ethan and Shankar. Ethan is an 8-year-old boy. He tries hard to learn well but always fails. He has failed to read the third grade of primary school twice in a row because he suffers from dyslexia. However, his parents, teachers, and classmates are not aware of his dyslexia. They think that Ethan is lazy, doesn't like to study, and likes to be naughty, which leads to poor grades. Ethan reluctantly sent to a special boarding school by his father because his basic key problem, dyslexia, has not been improved. He still can't learn knowledge well. Gradually, he was disheartened and killed his hobby, painting. Fortunately, Shankar, as a temporary teacher in boarding school, discovered Ethan's dyslexia. He actively communicated with Ethan's parents, friends, and principals, and used his spare time to teach Ethan how to read and write correctly. Ethan, who was overcome dyslexia in some degree, has made amazing progress in his studies and resumed his hobby, painting. In order to give Ethan a stage to show his talent, Shankar held a painting competition in the school. At last, Ethan successfully won the first place in the competition. He finally bravely stepped onto the podium and laughed happily in front of the teachers and students of the old school. This film left a deep impression on me. I will introduce my feeling from two aspects. First, what is dyslexia? Dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. Decoding, also called reading disability. Dyslexia affects area of the brain that process language. Some dyslexia people can't distinguish similar characters, which we call mirror characters. For example, they can't tell the difference between 6 and 9, B and D, Q and P, and so on. They will write apple as apple. If we know the premise that a child suffers from dyslexia, we will patiently teach him how to correct it. But in fact, on the premise that we don't know whether a child suffers from dyslexia, we usually don't carefully find problems in their homework, but directly judge whether the answers to their homework are correct or wrong. Total blame will make them feel inferior and cause psychological stress. For example, when I say the word apple, as an American, almost all of you know the meaning of the word and imagine an image of apple in your mind. However, when I give you the apple's Chinese name, 苹果, let you read the pronunciation of this word. You never studied Chinese before. What would you think? If you can't read it, I will blame you, saying there's something wrong with your study attitude. What would you think? At this time, you may have a psychological resistance and feel inexplicable. This is the problem faced by dyslexic people. They can't see the word to pronounce it, and they can't associate it with the image of apple. Second, the movie review of expert and I. From the perspective of family education, parents should not only ensure their children's material needs, but also communicate with their children in a timely manner. Children would not be a tool for parents to show off to others. The father in the movie is such a character. He imposed his own values on his two children. He is proud of his eldest son's excellent academic achievement and ashamed of his younger son's poor examination results. When the eldest son lost the tennis match and felt depressed, his father's first thought was not to confront the eldest son, but to be disappointed with him. We can say that this father is strict with his sons, but he has given his sons too much pressure which does not belong to this age group. With the perspective of school education, curriculum activities and the traditional examination system should not be the only evaluation indicators to test a student's intelligence. When a special child could not adapt to ordinary education, the school should give him special training methods. An obvious question that arouses our thinking in movies is, does artistic imagination count as academic? Ethan, who is only 8 years old boy, can use his imagination and creativity to draw excellent and exquisite painting, but he is criticized by his surroundings because he suffers from incomprehensible dyslexia. The relationship between Essen and Schenker reminds me of the story Chinese history, Bowler and Horse. There is a man called Bowler first, then the 1,000-meter horse appears. The 1,000-meter horse appears frequently, yet people who can be called bowler appears less. Normal people let the 1,000-meter horse carry heavy things and feed them not enough food. Finally, these people complain that there is no 1,000-meter horse. This Chinese history tells us that there are many talented people, but few people can find these talented people and make good use of them. Eason is a swift horse. Schenker is his bowler. In the film, Eason is lucky to meet Schenker after Eason came to boarding school and became depressed and desperate, so that he gave up his hobby of painting. Schenker's timely appearance saved Eason. Combining with his past experience, Schenker discovered that Eason may suffer from dyslexia from his homework. He used his unique teaching method to enable Eason to read and write like a normal student, and then encouraged Eason to develop his amazing artistic talent. It can be said that if Eason hadn't met Schenker, he may have been regarded as a naughty and lazy student by people around him all his life. No one could understand Eason. His artistic talent was buried by himself, and he spent all his life doing nothing. Fortunately, Schenker discovered the potential of Eason's antics and made him shine. That's all for today. Here's the citation. Thanks for watching. Bye.